Hey everyone, welcome to Relatively Refined. My name is Paula. Today we have a really fun video on tap. I'm going to share an impromptu thrift haul with you. We'll make a delicious summer salad. I'll give you some updates about things that are new in our online shop, and then my daughter and I will make a lemon dessert together. All right, let's get started. Well, today I went to Goodwill with my son. He was looking for vintage clothing. He and his friends have a Grailed account online, and they resell online. You okay, Phoebe? And while he was there, I just kind of poked around, and I actually found several things, and I thought I would just hop on here and share a little haul with you. I really hit the jackpot when it comes to table linens. I found several really beautiful table linens that I thought I would share with you. The first is a set of placemats, and let me hold them up. I found 8 of them, and they are these beautiful cream and green placemats. Aren't these gorgeous? They are by Williams-Sonoma, and I don't think they've ever been used. They don't feel as though they'd ever been washed. They have a beautiful look at that gorgeous, I'll hold that up, I don't know if you can see it, lovely design, very simple and elegant, and I think would be suitable for summer, spring, right on into the fall. I think they're absolutely beautiful, and I got a whole stack of them, 8 of them in fact, and I think these were 99 cents a piece at my Goodwill. And then when I was pawing through all the linens, I found a set of napkins, and they are these gorgeous kind of buttery yellow napkins with this beautiful little scalloped edge design. Aren't these gorgeous? And they're good sized napkins, honestly. Look how big that is. And again, these, they don't have any tags, so I'm not sure where they're from, but they're beautiful quality. The fabric is really nice, and they don't look like they've ever been used. So I thought these were just so pretty for spring or Easter. How cute are those? Or summertime, just beautiful. And I got, I think 8, I got a whole stack of them. Yep, 8 of them. Just beautiful. And there's not a mark on any of them. And I really honestly, again, I don't think they've ever been used. So I just, for 99 cents each, I couldn't leave those behind. I'm telling you, there's not a lot I can leave behind. I have gotten much better and much more deliberate about what I pick up, but there's so many things there, and I just want to rescue them. So I think I'm going to keep these things, but if I decide that I really have too much, I will list them on the shop, although I'm 95% sure I'm going to hang on to those. And then the last things I picked up were some more placemats, and they are these beautiful little oval linen placemats. They're very, very delicate. They have a white edge to them. They're not handmade, although they are beautiful, and I don't think that they're vintage, but they might be, and there were 4 of them, so I picked those up as well. And I just really hit the jackpot today in the linens department. So let me set those aside. And then the next thing I found was this beautiful stoneware pottery vase. I don't know that it's handmade. It's not marked on the bottom. Hold on, Phoebe. I'll be right there. She's begging for some treats. But it was 59 cents. And it just has this beautiful iris design on it. I thought this was gorgeous. This would be so pretty with flowers in it. Absolutely beautiful. In fact, it would be gorgeous with irises in it. So I picked up that. I don't need any mugs. So what I've done is I have decluttered my mugs, and I'm going to be listing several of them on the shop, and I'm going to share with you the ones that I'll be listing in our online shop. But I found a set of mugs that I did pick up there today, and they are these really beautiful Crate and Barrel coffee cups. Now, these are a great size. They're just a simple neutral gray color. And I think that they're just so elegant in their simplicity. I loved them. And there were a complete set of 6 of them, which is how many people are in our family. And that's why I got them. And I thought they were so pretty. They'll go, in your house year round, and they'll match any decor. And again, like I said, the size is really nice. It's not a huge coffee cup, but it's not real tiny. So you drink coffee or tea out of it. And let's see, there's the bottom, and it is by Crate and Barrel. So in just a minute, I'm going to share with you the mugs that I'm going to be listing in our online shop. And then the last thing that I picked up, I'm sorry, the next to the last thing I picked up was this really sweet Rae Dunn teapot. Now, this is not vintage. In fact, it was originally probably sold at like Home Goods or TJ Maxx, but I could not resist this beautiful blue color. Look how pretty. And blue and white or blue and cream, that is my thing. And I just think it is so darling. And it says pour on the front, and it has that little polka dotted handle. So darn cute. And this was $2.99. So again, do I need it? I do not. Did I love it? Was it a want? It was a want, and definitely not a need. So that came home with me. And then the last thing that I did pick up was a blue and white Delft, kind of almost like Stein. I'm going to insert a clip of it here just so you can see it up close, because I already have it on my table. So I'm going to grab it and show it to you. All right, and this is how I have it styled. I have these beautiful pink roses on it, but how beautiful does the blue and white look with these pink roses? And this is what's on the centerpiece of my table right now. The roses were buy one, get one free, buy 1 dozen, get 1 dozen free at my Publix this week. And so I got 2 bunches of these beautiful pink roses. So stunning. So that is my little Goodwill thrift haul that I picked up on a whim. Now, give me 1 second, and I'm going to go grab the things that I'm going to be listing on the shop. So hang on 1 second. Okay, I am back. Let me show you a few things that are now on our vintage and pre-loved section of our online shop. We, of course, have beautiful new things. Come here, Hazel. We, of course, have beautiful new items. We have table linens. We have these beautiful oyster trinket dishes. We have some gorgeous Christmas ornaments. They're little oyster shells that are decoupaged with nutcrackers and birds. Absolutely lovely. Several people did purchase the bird ornaments and some of the little shabby chic trinket dishes. Also, our pot holders and table linens have been going quickly. So if you would like to order some of those for Christmas gifts to get some of your shopping done now, go ahead and check out our shop at relativelyrefined.com, and I will put that here as well as link it in the description box. So as I said, I am downsizing my mugs, and I'm going to be putting a few of them on the shop. The first ones I'm going to share with you are these. I've shown them in a haul. They are vintage Italian coffee mugs, and they're very cool. Hazel. They have a mid-century kind of look to them with this stainless steel handle. I absolutely love them. So there's a set of 4 of those that are listed on the shop. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to go tend to those dogs. All right, well, hopefully they'll behave themselves for a few minutes. Next, I have a set of 2 of these really beautiful stoneware mugs in these gorgeous neutral colors. I love these mugs, but as I said, I mean, I can only have so many mugs. I have my Emma Bridgewater that my children gave me for Mother's Day that I absolutely love. And then for multi-use and all-purpose use, I have those beautiful gray mugs that I just showed you in my haul. So this set of mugs will be on the shop, and I think they are maybe $6 or $8 for the pair. I mean, we try to set our prices really fairly reasonably so that they're accessible. I mean, our main goal is to keep a lot of these vintage items out of the landfill and offer them to y'all at very reasonable prices. The next pair of mugs that I listed on the shop are these adorable little blueberry mugs. Aren't these sweet? They don't have any marks on the bottom, but they're in perfect shape and they are just absolutely adorable, perfect for your cottage kitchen. So there's a set of 2. And again, I think they're maybe $6 or $8 for the pair, something like that. Not a tremendously expensive. Then we have this single beautiful vintage floral mug. How pretty is that? I mean, you could use this even for pencils, or if you were an artist, for your paintbrushes, your pens, just anything. Or you could use it to elevate your morning coffee. Very, very pretty. And then the last mugs that will be listed in the shop are these really beautiful, there's a set of 4, these oversized clear coffee cups. They're perfect for your morning latte. They're perfect for hot cocoa. You could get all kinds of whipped cream in there. It would be really fun to give these as a gift with some fancy hot cocoa mix and some homemade marshmallows or something. Really sweet. So these will be on the shop. And I think these may be, the set of 4 might be $20, possibly, something along those lines. I don't remember off the top of my head, but you can definitely check it out. And then the last items that will be on the shop are not mugs, shockingly. First, there will be these little bamboo and daisy patterned vintage salt and pepper shakers. These are made in Japan. They're marked on the bottom. They do have their original stoppers, and they are just darling. Actually, they would look so sweet on a green and yellow tablescape with those little yellow table linens. So if these don't sell in the shop, you may see them in a green and yellow tablescape one day. So there's those. And the final items that I'm listing is a pair of these beautiful Royal Worcester egg coddlers. I think they're in the Evesham pattern, and they're in perfect shape. They have their lids, and they're perfectly clean on the inside. There's the bottom marking, and you simply crack your egg into there, put the top on, and then set them to simmer in boiling water. And you'll have a, kind of like a soft boiled egg almost, a coddled egg. So these will be on the shop. And these are really so cute. These would be so cute styled on a shelf in your kitchen if you don't use them to make coddled eggs, or they would be perfectly useful as egg coddlers, which is their intended use. So those are some of the items that will be in the shop under the vintage and pre-loved section. So I hope you go and check us out. Thanks so much. Let's go make a delicious summer salad featuring fried goat cheese and roasted beets. So I'm going to show you how to make the fried goat cheese for the fried goat cheese and beet salad that I'm about to make. And I'm sure you can hear that noise. I'm going to spin you around and you might be able to see the culprit. There she is, because I'm in the kitchen, so she wants to have something to eat. But anyway, I'm going to turn the camera down and I'm going to show you how I go ahead and make the fried goat cheese part of this delicious salad. So let me get the camera down so you can kind of see where I'm working. Okay. I'm starting out with this log of goat cheese, which I did put in the freezer for about 10 minutes. It just makes it easier to slice up if it's a little bit chilled. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it into rounds, probably, I don't know, maybe 3/8 of an inch thick, possibly something like that. And like I said, it's just a little bit easier to slice this when it's been frozen. Another trick for slicing goat cheese is to use dental floss, which I probably should have done. It might have been a little bit easier, but I'm going to go ahead and do it like this. This one kind of fell apart, but that's the beauty. We can kind of squish it back together and it will be just fine. I first had fried goat cheese many years ago when I was in France for my youngest brother's wedding. And of all places, I had it at the Louvre Cafe in Paris, and it was delicious. So I have never made it myself, so we will see how this turns out. All right, let me clean my hands off. I've got my goat cheese, and what I have set up here is a little assembly line. This is some regular all-purpose flour. This is 2 beaten eggs, and this is some panko breadcrumbs. So the first thing I'm going to do is to dip the goat cheese and coat it in the flour. And then I'll put it in the egg wash, and then finally into the panko breadcrumbs. Sometimes it's just easier to use your hands for this kind of thing. All right. And then I'm going to just put it on this parchment lined paper until I get ready to actually put it in the oil to fry it up. Also, it does melt a little bit, obviously, when you fry it in the oil. So if it's a little bit frozen, it keeps it from completely melting all over the place. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish up this. I could probably do 2 at one time. A little assembly line. And I did not season up any of these things, which you could. You could definitely season it up. But I'm going to make a maple balsamic vinaigrette to go on the salad, and that will be seasoned. So I just went kind of plain today with these for my first time trying this. All right, I have got my goat cheese rounds all breaded and ready to go. So let me spin you around. I have a pan with just some regular canola oil heating up on the stove, and that is where I am going to fry them. Now we're just kind of lightly frying them, so it's not a deep fry. You only need to fill the pan until it comes to about halfway up the depth of each of these goat cheese rounds. I used a pretty good sized pan, so I might be able to get all of them in there at one time, but you don't want to crowd the pan in case that'll bring the temperature down and they won't fry as well. They'll just become greasy and not crispy. So let's head over to the stove and get these on. So I've got my pan here and it feels pretty hot. I'm going to go ahead and put in some of these goat cheese rounds very carefully. And I got a nice little sizzle when I put that in. And like I said, you want to be sure to avoid overcrowding the pan and lowering the temperature. But these are making a nice sizzling sound. So I'll put as many as I feel like I can get in there at one time. That's probably good. I'm going to just let these cook for a few minutes until they're crispy and brown, golden brown on one side. And then I will flip them over and let them do the same on the other. All right, these are browning up very nicely, so I'm going to just gently flip them over. And I'm just using a fork to do this as gently as possible. Some of them are a little browner than others. I'm going to let that one brown up a little bit more. They look beautiful. And I have a plate here with a paper towel that I'll set them on to drain and cool. So that one looks like it's done. I'm going to move this over here just so I don't have to reach across that oil. And that one can cook a little longer. This one looks nice and brown. Flip over these last ones here. And like I said, if you do this in batches, and we can hear that nice bubbling sound, you do it in batches, it keeps the oil nice and hot and gives that even golden crisp. So I'm just going to finish frying these up and then I'll let you know when I'm done. All right, so the last batch of these is nice and golden brown, and I'm going to remove those and let them drain over here. And then I'll show you how we assemble the salad. All right, so my goat cheese rounds are beautifully golden brown. I'm going to set these aside and I'm going to work on the beets. Now, for this salad, you want to have some cooked beets that we're going to cut up. So you can roast them, you can boil them, steam them, pressure cook them, however you cook your beets, that's what you're going to do. So cook them and let them cool. I think roasted beets would be a wonderful flavor, but any form of a cooked beet is fine. I mean, you could probably even use a pickled beet, which is one of my favorite things. But for this, I just have some plain, simple roasted beets that I'm going to cut up. All right, I'm going to cut my beets on this parchment paper. And beets, I probably should wear gloves because, as you know, beets will stain everything they come into contact with. So I'm simply just going to cut them into little bite-sized pieces, and we'll sprinkle those on the salad. And I do love beets. Even as a child, I loved pickled beets. My Grandma Bunny that you've heard us talk about, all three of us sisters, we just have such fond memories of her. She was a fabulous cook. And one of the things that she made in the summer was pickled beets. And she grew them in her garden and pickled them. I can also remember both of my grandmothers and my mother making cooking up beet greens. So when the beets are first growing in the ground and the green parts start shooting up, before you harvest the beets, you have these lovely beet greens. And my mom and grandmothers would cook those beet greens up kind of like you would spinach. And they were delicious, served with a little bit of butter and apple cider vinegar, salt and pepper. Oh, so good. All right, that's probably enough beets for this salad. I don't know if all the kids are beet fans the way I am, but I know Trudy and I both love beets, and particularly pickled beets. So those are my beets, and I'm going to get the rest of my items for my salad, and I'll show you how we assemble it. And then I'll also share with you how to make the maple balsamic vinaigrette. And to serve with this salad, I'm just going to simply grill up some chicken and serve it with the salad. I think that'll be delicious. And then for dessert, we will make lemon squares. So stay tuned for that.
The Publix in our area had roses, buy 1 dozen, get 1 dozen free this week. And I have certainly taken advantage. And I just want to show you how beautiful these are. They were $12.99 for 2 dozen roses. I think I've purchased 2.5 dozen. Anyway, it's really the little things. So here are these gorgeous pink roses that are in our entryway. Absolutely beautiful. One of the things you can do is you can pull off, if you see any petals on the outside of your roses that are looking a little bit draggled, you can pull them off and just kind of like spread the roses out a little bit with your fingers. So that's the first dozen. Here is a gorgeous dozen of absolutely beautiful orange roses in this thrifted rose bowl. My daughter picked these out. These are going to go up in her room. Aren't they stunning? Absolutely so pretty. I'm going to get in close so you can see that gorgeous orange color. It is just so cheerful. And of course, you saw this earlier in my haul portion. And here's my other pink roses, the 2nd dozen pink roses, and they're in this beautiful Delft stein. I just think that the blue and white with the pink roses looks wonderful. And then this really cute vintage thrifted tablecloth. I'm going to link above and in the description box a video that I made with all of my different table linens. If you haven't seen that, it's a really fun one, and this one is featured in it. I did table settings to match my thrifted linens, so I'll link that. It's a really fun video. And then finally, I have 2 dozen of these beautiful kind of chartreuse tinged white roses in this huge hurricane glass. And those are sitting on my coffee table and on that thrifted tray with my little thrifted cabbage plate underneath there. And I think it just makes a beautiful centerpiece for the coffee table. And so does Phoebe. She's just snoozing away. And then over here is Hazel, also snoozing away.
And now for a special treat, my daughter Neve is going to share her famous lemon squares recipe with us.
Okay, the lemon bars are underway. Here is my daughter Neve. She has made the crust for the lemon bars. It's really kind of like a shortbread, isn't it, Neve? Yeah. Like a shortbread cookie almost? Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. So she's going to put it in the 9 by 13 inch pan here, and she said she packs it down with the back of a measuring cup. So here she is doing that. And do you bake this crust first, like par bake it or whatever?
Minutes, yeah.
Okay.
Just so it all bakes together. I should probably put some oil on the bottom of that.
You could spray it with Pam if it's sticking to the bottom of that measuring cup. But you get that all nice and firmly packed in there, and then it goes into what, a 350 or a 350 degree oven for maybe 15 to 20 minutes till it's just lightly golden, very, very pale gold. And then she'll put the filling on top of that, the lemon filling, and bake it again. So this is the filling, right, Neve? Is it like a lemon custard that you make? What goes in here?
It's like flour, sugar, eggs, and lemon juice.
Okay, flour, sugar, eggs, and lemon juice. And this recipe, I will link this in the description box of the video. It's an all recipes recipe, so you can get it right online. So that is all ready to go and be poured on top of the shortbread as soon as that comes out of the oven. Okay, all right, this looks like it's about ready to come out. Oh, yes. Okay, it smells so good. It smells just like shortbread cookies, which are probably one of my favorite cookies of all time. There it is, and you can see it's just barely cooked. And do we let this cool, Neve?
I let it cool for like just a second, and then I pour the lemon on top and then just put it right back in.
Okay, perfect. Here we go. Okay, she's got the lemon mixture, kind of the custard stuff on top, and she's putting that back in the oven. And how long does that cook for, Neve?
Like 20 minutes.
20 minutes, okay. At 350?
Yes.
All right. All right, here are the lemon squares after they've just come out of the oven. So we'll let them cool and then sprinkle them with some powdered sugar, and they are delicious. All right, we're gonna cut into it and make a little plate. That's Hazel barking at someone who's fishing in the pond out behind us. Looks beautiful. All right, we'll cut a little slice, we'll sprinkle it with powdered sugar, and we'll serve this up. It'll be delicious. Ooh, Neve, it looks so good.
Yeah, it did. It came out really good.
And the tart lemon with the sweet of the sugar is a really great combination. Love it. Perfect.
Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and share our channel with someone who may enjoy it. All right, everybody, take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.